Hello singers, hope you're all doing well. Despite being in lockdown, I find you in good form. I know many of you are missing the social aspect of singing, getting together as a group, having the chats, having fun, having some coffee and having a talk with friends that you've seen every week. And obviously this lockdown has been going on for a while now, and we have another couple of months before we're back into full action. So I know many of you are missing that aspect of it, and we're getting there. And as part of that, I've decided we'll put together a few little videos like this that will keep you in the game, that you'll have your voice ready to go when you're back singing fully in September. So today we're going to do a little round. You might already know it, don't worry, we'll run through all the little bits of music in it. And if there's anyone there that can sing with you, it's even better because it's a round. It means two people can go head to head and you can have a little bit of fun with that. So the songs that we're going to sing today are Wade in the Water, and the song that goes against that is Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. So if you're into your jazz music or your blues music, you'll probably recognise those pieces. They're kind of jazz standards now, but they go very well together as canon. So the first song, probably the easier one that people will recognise most, is Wade in the Water. So what I'll do is I'll sing through that and then we'll break it down and run through that, and then we'll take the second song. So Wade in the Water, it'll go something like this. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. So fairly simple melody, but a very attractive one at that. So try that with me. We'll take the opening section one more time. It goes like this. Wade in the water. So sing that back with me. Wade in the water. Next little section goes a little bit higher. Wade in the water, children. So try that with me. Wade in the water, children. One more time. Wade in the water, children. So let's take the opening section into that second section. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children. I'm glad to report that the third section is the same as the first. So it goes, wade in the water. So try that with me. Wade in the water. And the last little section goes like this. God's gonna trouble the water. So listen to that one more time. It goes, God's gonna trouble the water. Try that with me. God's gonna trouble the water. Very good. And you can have a bit of fun at the end of that because you can do a little glissando. The glissando is that bit where you go, water. So when the canon gets really into it, you'll be able to have a bit of fun with that. So let's try the whole piece from the top and see how we get on. So again, we're going to go. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. One more time. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. So well done everyone. That's the first part of it. So that's the Wade in the Water song. And the piece that goes against that is called Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. So it happens, it starts about 5 notes above the song that we're starting, the Wade in the Water. So that's why it fits in so well. So it goes like this. I'll sing the whole bit. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. So, lyrics fairly simple. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child 3 times, and then a little lament at the end. So we'll run through that once we get to it. So the opening section goes like this. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. So try that with me. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. One more time. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Very good. The next little section is almost the same, but it gets very bluesy, so you can add in a little bit of an Elvis note in it. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. One more time. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. You try with me this time. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Very good. And like Wade in the Water, the third section is the same again. So it goes, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. So it's the same as the opening part. So again, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. So let's try those 3 parts together. So we have the opening part, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Then we got the bluesy section, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. And then we're back to the original part. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. So let's try that all together. So we go 1, 2, 3, and sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Let's finish the song. So the last little phrase goes like this. A long way from home. So right down there in the low bit. A long way from home. One more time with me. A long way from home. So let's try the whole song. Again, it goes like this. We get into pitch. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. One more time. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. Excellent. So well done on that. Let's put the 2 songs together now. So we're going to start with Wade in the Water, and then we'll finish into the second part with Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. And we can add in a few little bits, like little phrases like "Oh Lordy," or do more of the glissando. So you can make bits up. You can add little bits as we go through the song. So whatever you want to do yourself, enjoy the song and embellish it. So the whole part goes like this. Wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Oh Lordy, sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. So that's the song done. And what we do is we just run it in a canon. So the first person starts with Wade in the Water, and when they start singing the next piece, which is the Motherless Child, the next person starts on the Wade in the Water. So you have the choice. You can choose Peter number 1 or Peter number 2, and you can start with them. So remember, the person that sings Peter number 2, you wait for your entry point in that. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy singing the little songs, and I hope you got something out of it. And we'll talk to you all again next week when we'll add on another piece to this particular collection of that. So here we go. Get ready and let's sing. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Oh Lordy, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. God's gonna trouble the water. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Oh Lordy, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. God's gonna trouble from home. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Children, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. God's gonna trouble the water. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Oh Lordy, sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. Well done, that was great. Well done, everybody. That was super. Good stuff. Yeah, I hope you really enjoyed that, and that this type of singing can keep you involved in singing until we get back into big choir sessions. So I hope you enjoyed this little session, and that we'll talk to you on the next little session. So we'll see you all next week for the next round. Bye bye.